So when you select commercial here, there are commercial set of can spam laws which are enforced, and the commercial email is the product feedback email which we have built. So in this commercial email, it says that commercial and transactional have legal meaning under US Federal Can Spam Act. A commercial email message is any electronic mail message, primary purpose of which is the commercial advertisement or promotion of a commercial product or service. Promotion of a commercial product or service. Commercial messages must include a mechanism to unsubscribe. A commercial email must include a mechanism to unsubscribe. That means the product feedback email which we have built should contain a mechanism to unsubscribe. This is the email which we have built. It should contain a mechanism to unsubscribe. The physical mailing address of the sender. The physical mailing address of the sender. What is physical mailing address? Where the sender's company is situated. That address you have to define. And a notice of advertisement. For commercial messages, we check the presence of unsubscribe link. That means if you are going to send a commercial email, it checks the presence of unsubscribe link. So here we have to define unsubscribe mechanism. We have to define unsubscribe mechanism and physical mailing address. To define unsubscribe mechanism and physical mailing address, we have to drag and drop another code snippet block at the bottom. Once you dragged and dropped another code snippet block at the bottom, you have this option here. If you click on this option, you have system snippets where you can insert all the required parameters like physical mailing address, like profile center, like unsubscribe center. So these will help you insert all the required parameters which are essential for sending a commercial communication. If you click on next option, you will be able to see this email was sent by Peoplewoo Consulting Private Limited. This is the physical mailing address of the company, and you have a mechanism to update your profile and unsubscribe. And there is a same default footer which is added. This default footer gets added to each and every email you send from Marketing Cloud, which you can turn off. How to turn off, I will tell you. Okay, but it is essential to have all these three things inside a commercial email. But when it is a transactional email, the one which we have created for invoice, transactional messages per can spam are primary emails that facilitate, complete, or confirm a commercial transaction that recipient has previously agreed into enter with the sender. So whenever a customer makes a transaction, he already know he is going to receive a response. For example, You went to ATM and withdraw money. You made a transaction. The moment you made a transaction, you are expecting a SMS to come with updated balance. If you have opted for email services for that particular bank, you are expecting an email to come to you as well. Or you made a purchase on Amazon, you are expecting an invoice to come inside your inbox, a push notification to notify your transaction is complete, SMS with a complete transaction message. Transaction not always involves a money. Transaction can be an action related to a reaction. For example, you forgot the password of a website. You can forget password of Marketing Cloud also. So once you click on forgot password, you are making a transaction and you are expecting a forgot password email to come. Or while you log in to Marketing Cloud, you are also making a login transaction where money is not involved. You are expecting a two-factor authentication to come along to your phone. So there are multiple different ways a transaction can happen. It's not only related to money. So if a transactional communication is sent, a sender, recipient already knows he is going to receive a transactional communication. But in case of commercial communication, sender has no clue that he is going to receive communication. If I am Amazon and if I am going to launch a sale tomorrow, I will notify all my customers using a commercial email. Till that time I don't notify my users, they have no clue that I am going to launch a sale tomorrow. But if my user purchase a product or service, 100% he is sure that he or she will receive an email with invoice very soon. So a difference between a commercial and transactional is well explained here. So if there is a transactional communication, a sender is already, a recipient is already knowing that he or she is going to receive a communication. A transactional per can spam, the subject line must be transactional in nature and non-promotional. The email body must present the transactional content prior to commercial content. For transactional messages, we do check the presence of we do not check the presence of unsubscribe. So for transactional communications, it is not required to have unsubscribe button. Like we had unsubscribe button inside the commercial email, but for transactional email we do not require unsubscribe button. So all these things we can remove. If it is an invoice email, only physical mailing address is enough. Only physical mailing address is enough for the transactional email, because this is an invoice email. So physical mailing address is enough. There should not be presence of unsubscribe link. Now the question is, why there should not be a presence of unsubscribe link? Take an example of a bank. Suppose you are in India and you have subscribed to services of HDFC Bank. When you opened your account, they asked your phone number and they asked your email address. Now you have put some money to that bank and you are enrolling into their net banking services, mobile banking services, UPI related services. But after few days, you saw that the HDFC Bank has started to promote promotional contents and their products and services via email, and unnecessary their people are calling and selling you different products. For example, your emails are flooded with new offers on fixed deposits, new offers on insurance policies, new loan offers, pre-approved loan offers, new credit card offers. Simultaneously, you are getting continuous SMS from these companies to avail credit card, new overdraft limit, purchase a car insurance, health insurance, term life insurance, and a lot of different products and services. So one day you got annoyed and you unsubscribed to those communications. Once you unsubscribe to those communications, what happens? You are marked unsubscribed in their marketing cloud, all subscribers. You are a subscriber to them. Your data is present in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. The moment you unsubscribe, the status of your subscription changed from active to unsubscribe. Now next day you have stopped receiving all these promotional communications, but one fine day you have to send money to your dear one. You logged into your net banking. Once you logged into net banking, you faced some issue that you forgot your password. While logging in, you had trouble to log in due to password you forgot. So in that case, you will click on reset password. You created a transaction there. That does not mean that you unsubscribe their commercial communications. You won't receive the password reset email on your email address. You unsubscribe to their commercial communications, but receiving password reset email, making a transaction on their mobile app, UPI, or net banking is your right because you have put your money there. So transactional communications bypasses the subscription status. There is not a requirement to have unsubscribe link inside transactional emails. So here comes one interview question for you. The interviewer might trick you in asking that our client is not getting the reason why a customer who is unsubscribed in all subscribers is still receiving emails. The answer is the send classification we chose to send communication to that subscriber was transactional in nature, because transactional do not check the presence of unsubscribed link, do not honor previous opt-outs. You have an option honor source and publication list level opt-outs. By default, it is unchecked. So transactional communications bypasses the subscription status and email is sent regardless of their subscription status to a customer. Now, for survey email, for invoice email, we will create a transactional send classification, and for survey email, we will create a commercial send classification. So let's create this send classification as transactional in nature. We will rename it transactional, select can spam classification as transactional. Then we have an option of sender profile and delivery profile. What is a sender profile? A sender profile defines the from name and from address. What is from name and from address? From name and from address is the name and address of a company which is used to send email. Where you can see from name from address, you can see from name and from address here. If you open any email, you scroll, go to header of this email. This is the header of the this is the header of the email. Once you click on this drop down, you see from name, which is the name of the company sending the communication, and you see the from address, the address used to send communication. This is from name and this is from address. You take any email from name and from address should validate the company authenticity. If I see that this email has come from Google Workspace team, the email address should also reflect Google's domain. You see here this I got Axis Bank, and if I go and check out the email address, it is of Axis Bank. So this is from name, from address. This is from name and from address. Any email you can take. If I got this email from Neil Patel, Neil Patel runs a company called ubersuggest.com. So this is the from name and from address. So while you send the commercial or transactional email, it is important to define a sender profile, which helps you define from name and from address. Click on create option. While you go to sender profile, click on create option. You can define here new batch sender profile. Click on use specified information. From name can be this and from address can be this. Once you click on from name and from address, click on verify and a verification link will be sent to your email address. Now you should own that domain which you are going to use as a verification link. Suppose you are claiming to be a company this, your from address should contain that particular domain. But as we are using this training org, we might not have a company specific domain. We can use a public domain for practice purpose only. So I used my Gmail and it got auto verified. Why it got auto verified? Because I verified my address into my previous batches. For you, it might not get auto verified. You have to click on verify option. And the moment you click on verify option, an email will be sent to your inbox asking to validate. From inbox, you have to click a link to verify your email address. So you can create sender profile like this and click on save. So the second component of a send classification is sender profile, which is a required component. The first component of send classification was can spam classification, which tells the system whether you are going to send a commercial email or a transactional email. So what we will do, we will create a send classification by clicking on create option. If it is a transactional in nature, we will select transactional, and sender profile, we will select the sender profile, new batch sender profile we just created. And the second option is a delivery profile. Now what is a delivery profile? An important interview question. What is the difference between a sender profile and a delivery profile? Sender profile, from name, from email. What is a delivery profile? A delivery profile tells about three different parameters. What is the header of the email? What should be the footer of the email? What should be the IP address of the email? Many emails contain view as a web page link. Many emails contain view as a web page link. Let me see if I find any email which contains view as a web page link. So I can't find any email as of now which contains view as a web page link. Yeah, see, this is the view as a web page link. If you click on read online, the same email will be, or the same content will be opened inside a web page. So generally inside the header of the email, company puts view as a web page. This email can be read online. So if you want to keep that, you can keep account default or click on none option. And the footer means physical mailing address, unsubscribe link, all those things. Whenever you go and preview an email, you see this default footer coming in. But we have a requirement where we have to send different footers for commercial or transactional. For commercial, we have to put all those can spam laws. For transactional, we don't have to put an unsubscribe link. So if here in delivery profile, all the footers will be account default, the same kind of footers will come. So it is essential to turn it off here and include your footer content like unsubscribe link and all those links manually while you create an email, like we did from the code snippet block. And the third and major component of a delivery profile is IP address. Now here you see that account default IP address is selected, but you have an option to select a private IP address. And it is the most important topic inside email studio, which might be asked from your interview. What is the significance of IP address? What are the types of IP address in Salesforce Marketing Cloud email studio? So to explain you, let's take an example. Now Salesforce Marketing Cloud, whenever an account is sold, suppose you are a company, you acquired a Salesforce Marketing Cloud account, you will be allocated with a shared IP address. What is a shared IP address? Suppose I have an IP which is 001111. This is the IP address which Salesforce owns. Now there are two companies, company X and company Y. Suppose your company is company X and my company is company Y. If we both purchased Salesforce Marketing Cloud, we both lie in India, the same region, Salesforce might define one IP address to both the accounts. That is known as shared IP. Two different companies present in two different parts of India, which is the same region, but are sharing a single IP address. That is a shared IP. Why? Because Salesforce has owned few IPs which it shares with multiple tenants present inside the same region. Your company can be tenant 1, my company can be tenant 2. What are the benefits and drawbacks of a shared IP? The benefit is you don't have to purchase an external IP on your own to start communicating. to start sending email. Whatever emails we are getting are sent from a particular IP address. Whatever emails we are getting are sent from a particular IP address. So to start communication, you do not require an external IP. You can immediately start communicating with Salesforce shared IP. But this comes with plenty of drawbacks. The first drawback is Salesforce Marketing Cloud shared IP only allows 250,000 emails to be sent per month. That means you can only send 250,000 emails per month from a shared IP. And 250,000 email per month is a limit which is smaller than a peanut. If you have to reach customers in one city of India, suppose Delhi or Bangalore or B- Hyderabad or any, there are populations present in crores. 250,000 is a combined population of two or three localities within the city. You cannot even reach the entire population. Suppose you are a big brand in India, like you are Swiggy, Zomato, Amazon. 250,000, you cannot cover two to three localities in India. Forgot about reaching out the entire India-wide population. So that is a drawback with shared IP address where the Salesforce limits the number of sends to 250,000. The other and major drawback of shared IP is it is a shared IP. Now you are a company X and I am a company Y. You are a company which is a healthcare company, suppose. You promotes healthcare contents. The kind of contents you try to promote is how to stay fit, how to stay healthy, what are the juices, fruits, diet plans one should take, what are the exercises one should have, some yoga contents, health related, lifestyle correction related contents. But I am a gambling company. I tried to promote gamble related products and services. Put money, get 200% profit. Okay, I'm trying to promote poker, gambling, betting. So we both are different companies of two different natures. You are a fantastic company of healthcare, but I am a bogus company of gambling and all those illegal things which I try to promote from Marketing Cloud. And if I try to promote suspicious things, things which are not fit for the society, people might put my emails to spam. People might not want to receive my communications any further, thinking me of a suspicion, and they might unsubscribe often. And if they spam me a lot, unsubscribe me a lot, it hampers the IP reputation. What is an IP reputation? It determines if that IP is a healthy IP or a non-healthy IP. If it is a healthy IP, the reputation is good. No spammy contents are sent. But if it is a non-healthy IP, plenty of spammy contents are sent. So due to my suspicious activities, due to my misconducts, due to my false miscommunications, I am getting banned by people. That impact would be on you as well because we both are shared IPs. We both are on shared IPs. So when my contents are blocked, even if you promote healthcare services, your contents will also be blocked. Your contents would start landing into spam folders. People will not notice your content much. People will also treat your IP address as a suspicious IP address. And due to my misconduct, you will also lose your reputation. So this is a feedback, a drawback and benefits of a shared IP. though it is free of cost, but it comes with very less email send limits, that is 2,50,000, as well as it is not giving you control to yourself. You should have a sole control on your IP reputation. You should have a sole control what content to send, what content not to send. If customers are unsatisfied with the content, you should take decisions to correct it on the go. Your reputation should not be impacted from the other reputations. So to avoid all these things, we use private IP address. To avoid all these things, we use private IP address. Private IP addresses are generally purchased by a company and are sent to Salesforce for configurations. You have to raise a support ticket by going to help and training section and providing your IP address to Salesforce support, asking them this is the private IP which you have purchased, and instead of the account default shared IP, put me an IP which is private to me. You can have n number of IP addresses configured. Companies try to have different IP addresses for different companies. For example, for India, it would have a dedicated Indian IP, but the same company, if they have business unit in US, Japan, America, any place like Canada, UK, they might have country specific IPs. So this is the purpose of delivery profile, where you are given to define IP address, headers and footers. Once IP address, headers and footers are configured, click on save option. Let me create a new delivery profile. Delivery profile are not commercial or transactional in nature. Okay. So we'll click on save option. Once we click on save option, we will go and include that delivery profile inside the send classification. So suppose if I am creating a commercial send classification, a transactional send classification, I will have can spam as transactional, sender profile and delivery profile, and click on save option. Similarly, I will create a different send classification which is for commercial. Can spam classifications can be commercial. Sender profiles and delivery profiles can be same, but in both send classifications, if it is a commercial, unsubscribe, physical mailing address, all these will be by default checked. If it is a transactional, nothing will be checked. Click on save option. Similarly, in your invoice email, which is a transactional in nature, which you are going to send using a transactional send classification, you had physical mailing address removed, unsubscribe link, but in this survey feedback, you have to include all those links, which determines that it is a commercial email. Will have physical mailing address, will have profile center, will have unsubscribe center. Once we have, we will click on save. Now, if you have to send any email, suppose you have to send this survey customer feedback form. You have to send this survey customer feedback form, click on this drop down, click on send option. Once you click on send option, the first thing you are asked to define send classification. Now this is a commercial email. We will select commercial send classification. We will select commercial send classification. So we have created multiple send classifications, commercial and transactional. So here we will select commercial send classification. Our sender profiles and delivery profiles are included. We will click on next option. Select the data extension to which you have to send a feedback form. I will go and select a data extension which I have stored. Drag and drop to the target option. Once you drag and drop to target option, click on select. Your data extension with number of profiles are selected. Click on next option, and next option, select this information is correct and email is ready to be sent, and click on send option, and your commercial emails are sent. Transactional emails are not sent like this. Transactional emails are triggered via APIs. So when we will study the journey builder, this option journey builder, we will see how to select how to send a transactional communication. A lot to come.